Right, Banks Peninsula Community Board report.
Good morning, Leanne. Good morning, everyone. We have 4 things that we'd like to highlight from our report today, and the first one is the Governor's Bay Jetty project. So here's a photo of what it looked like and what it could look like again. So in September 2016, the council sold the jetty to the Governor's Bay Jetty Restoration Trust for $1, and once the work is completed, it will be sold back to council for $1. This group of people are so skilled and enthusiastic and worked, very hard, met every Tuesday for as long as I've known to get this project underway. It's been through public consultation, and in summary, the jetty is a much loved icon that people want to walk along, jump off, swim around, boat to and admire the view from. Most people want the jetty to look largely the same, but support features that have low visual impact. Once again, this is just another example of community-led projects, and we're particularly really thrilled about this and the work that's gone into it. So as of October 2017, the jetty has moved into the design stage, so we're excited to watch this project continue. The next item is increasing power resilience in Littleton. So in July 2017, Orion briefed the board about some work that they would be doing, and this is putting a cable through the tunnel to stabilise the power supply to Littleton out to Cass Bay. So that meant that there would be 8 hours of power outage, which meant it would affect thousands of homes and up to 500 businesses. So the community board advocated, worked with Orion obviously to see if we could try and keep some of the power supply going throughout the day. So what they came back with was 2 large generators that were container sized, and they were able to provide power to all of the community for that period of time. The community did their part by using as little power as possible, and the whole day went smoothly. You wouldn't have even known that there had been a change. So it was just a really good partnership with Orion for that to happen. Next one is our environmental issues. Once again, I dare say it, flooding. It seems to be a continuing theme. We've had quite major slips on some of the roads on the peninsula. We've just been advised that we have a new project manager who will come and update the board at our 30th of October meeting. Once again, this causes a risk of isolation to some communities. There's quite a major slip on the road to Diamond Harbour, and so with the concerns about the ferry, that made the community very anxious about getting to and from those areas. We were just told yesterday that there was about 1,200 slips through the peninsula, and we congratulate staff because they're doing their best to try and get these sorted as soon as they can. So we'd just like to acknowledge that work that's going on. The board has asked for drainage improvements to be considered in the long-term plan to try and help with some of that work. And our final item is the erosion on the peninsula. It's been noted in some of the bays that there's quite a bit of coastal erosion happening and inundation. So the board will raise this when provide input into the natural hazards planning and the long-term plan. We've also asked staff to investigate whether any of these issues can be mitigated by maintenance, with culvert clearing, etc. Oh, sorry, there was another one, I'm sorry. I don't know to keep it to it. Most importantly, this is another example of lots of rain that we've had recently. So this track here is around the Governor's Bay, and the wall besides the track is something that the community consider very dear. It was built by the prisoners from Parihaka who were imprisoned in Littleton. It's something that Littleton community commemorate yearly. The Parihaka in the whole imprisonment and what happened there. So we have asked, sorry, I've just lost my page here. Oh yes, sorry, here we go. We've asked for staff advice on the cost of conducting a heritage assessment or preparing a conservation plan for this area. Obviously there was a lot of work in Littleton done by the Parihaka prisoners, but this one here in particular, because it's at risk, we'd like to see something done there. So, thank you.
Excellent. Any questions? Deal?
Same as that was quite significant to me, obviously. Are we able to get some sort of report back on that one? On those issues with the, especially that one? Or some note to sort of figure out how to get it fixed?
Yeah. The community board's asked for staff advice on that, so I suspect that we could get, well, that'll be covered off in the next report.
Yeah, I didn't realise that that was actually built by the party.
Yeah, yes. There's a whole history around that.
Yes, I realised, but I didn't actually realise specifically that was there, because that was some of my family, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the prisoners themselves were obviously kept in the prison, which is near the Rose Garden. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Aaron?
Yeah, just on the, I've got an update here on the head-to-head walkway, and I clicked on the link and it's the same words as what's on here, but the it's an aspirational project, but it does have funding from the levy that's on the active transport levy that's in on our rating bill. So I was just wondering if we can get an actual update at some point with the bits that have been finished, maybe some photos, the actual map of where it's going to go, because I don't think we've ever seen it. Either to ITI, but I think to full committee would be quite nice to see. I think as a project, long term, once that's finished, that'll be like a world-class tourist attraction.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a pretty sensational plan. So if we could get that at some point with some pictures, maybe the finished bits, where it's going, the timeline,
yes,
would be good. Thank you.
Thank you. No, we'd be more than happy to do that. It'd be good for the council to see the work that's been done.
Yeah, maybe at next month's community board would be good if we have just a little special presentation on that. Would be certainly appreciated by me, and most of the others, I'm pretty sure would be interested.
Okay, lovely, thank you.
Andrew, would you like to move that this be received? I'd love to move this. Seconded by Sarah. I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Thank you very much.